Hi everyone, this is Terry. I've had a question about how do you get the cut line for your scan and cut from your Luminaire. Well, we're going to go through an example. We'll take a design that's built into the machine. This will be in category 11, and what we'll do is we'll choose the number 9 right here and choose set. This is an applique file. You can tell that because it has applique material, position, and applique. Now, the way that you can designate an applique cut line is simply by selecting the applique material from the thread chart, but it's not just any thread chart, it's the brother thread chart. So let's select applique material, and what we're going to do is I'm going to adjust the camera a bit so you can see at the bottom. You can see in the isocord thread chart there's not anything down here, but it won't be in any of the thread charts except for the country thread chart, which are brother colors. Here's applique material, meaning cut line, applique position, and applique. And you'll also find it in the embroidery thread chart. Now, when you are ready to take this to your scan and cut, you need to save it to memory. And you want to save it to your USB stick. There's not a wireless mechanism for taking a file from the Luminaire to the scan and cut right now that I'm aware of. But you can transfer wirelessly from PE Design 11 to the scan and cut. Your scan and cut needs to be on to make that transfer. Now, I've saved it to my machine, and the reason I want to show you that, I'll choose delete and choose OK. I'll go to the pocket, and here's that design. You'll notice these designs have a PHX ending. That's a stitch file. The DX model 225 and 230 can read PES, PHC, and PHX files. The PHC comes from the Dream Machine, the PHX from the Luminaire. And of course, PES files are those files like the ones you might purchase, for instance, with your favorite applique. What we're going to do is set that design again, and let's just confirm the size of it before we go look at the scan and cut. So over here on the scan and cut screen, what I want to do is go back to home so we can start in the beginning. And we're going to go to retrieve data. I'll adjust my screen a little bit so you get a nice view. When you open up the scan and cut and turn it on, you'll see retrieve data and test. You want to choose retrieve data. Now, this is where you can take data that you saved from the machine, or you can get data that is wireless from PE Design 11 or Brother Canvas Workspace. You can also get it from the USB stick, and you can also transfer it via USB from the computer. So the other thing that I want to mention is that you can also create your own data. So you can take built-in patterns and you can create an applique file working with the pattern files that are in the machine. We're going to go ahead and choose retrieve data, and we're going to choose the USB stick, and I need to go into my B pocket, and I'll go to the bottom of it, and here's the file. Now you notice it has that PHX ending. The only devices that I'm aware of that will read the PHX is the scan and cut, the Luminaire, and of course it can be read by PE Design 11. There's two options here. The one on the left is the one you want to use. The one on the right is if you were creating this from scratch, and it will not come in. You can see here's the design. This is not the right size. So that is 3.19 by 2.65 inches, and the file is actually larger. So I'll go back another time and select the correct option. Here's the size of our file, and I'll choose OK. There are three options. The one on the left is a region. Now it's going to include cut lines for even the applique embroidery stitches that are covering that applique inside this design. Now I don't want that, but perhaps you want to put a pin in your machine, you want to draw that. That's a good option for drawing. The one on the right is actually stitch lines, and those can be irregular. Think about a zigzag, so you don't want that. The one you want is in the middle. That's your outline. This is the correct size, and you would choose set. Now you could choose multiples on that previous screen if you wanted to do so. The other thing is that you may want to edit this, and you may want to go to Object Edit and add an offset. We'll record a separate video so that you can see what the process is of cutting out the fabric and actually adding offset lines and testing it so you can see that. That'll be in a separate video. So I hope this helps clarify the information. What I'm going to do is go ahead and choose home and cancel, and in the next video we'll actually be cutting this out and stitching the design. Now if you like my videos, please like and subscribe to them. This is one way that you're assured that my videos will be accessible to you and you'll know when a new one comes out. And you can always join us in the Facebook group, Just Stitching with the Brother Luminaire. I'm the owner of that group, and we're about 1,450 members strong as of today's recording. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.